Mm. Excuse me. What's up, YouTube? Hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody's doing well. It's a beautiful Monday today. And first, I want to start off a little bit lighthearted of, making fun of one of the trolls. And one of them said over the weekend that, oh, look at the lonely cat lady or some shit. Because they saw the cat in the background. And I said, oh, it's so cute how you think that hurt me. With a nose that big, I expect you to smell your own bullshit. I said, get your Squidward looking ass up out of here. And he didn't say nothing else over that. Because, shit, I snatched him up, so. But, he didn't say nothing else. And somebody else commented, I think it was earlier today, that he wanted me to react to some of the things that Charlie Kirk said, so that I could see that when I'm talking about his bullshit or some shit, even if I did that and pointed out the bullshit in his words, your dumbass still wouldn't even believe me. But anyway, I just want to do some lighthearted stuff because we about to get into some serious shit. So over the weekend, my channel grew more than I thought it would, and that's thanks to trolls. The only thing they're doing is helping me out. So yeah, and and I almost forgot all the other stuff I was gonna say about this motherfucker. Saying that I'm lonely, cause I'm not done. Cause I don't understand this. Like, just because I'm single, I'm somehow lonely. Baby, really? Really, you ever thought that some women like to be single? For now, I like to be single. So, I'm focusing on other things. And if I wanted somebody, I could have somebody. So, yeah, I can't say the same for you, though. Because anybody who comes up here saying all this bullshit, you projecting. These pathetic ass motherfuckers like him love projecting because they lonely and they can't get nobody. So, yeah, I just had to say that because I wasn't done. I forgot some things and I wasn't done dragging the motherfucker. But anyway, so yeah, and trolls had something to say, but and usually I don't respond to them, but that one I just had to drag, and I don't pay no mind to dumbass motherfuckers. So yeah, but I did have a new subscriber, and thank you for subscribing. Thank you for supporting me. I really appreciate that. I really do. And we talked a little bit. And I told him that black folks are done with turning the other cheek, because why do we have to do that? Why do we always have to be the bigger person in these situations? Like, why? So, and he said, like, yeah, don't turn the other cheek, and all these things, and and a lot of great stuff, encouraging stuff. But another thing that he said was that with white supremacist groups, they the government took care of them a long time ago. They can't really do nothing these days. And I do have to say something about this, because this is a teaching moment, and of course this is all respectfully, and this is for anybody too, is that that's not true. And these groups really just have to be low key. They of course they're still here. They never went away, and I don't ever see them going away, but they never stop doing their work. And because and I'm saying this because he said it. He said that he's a white man, and the thing is, you're on the outside looking in. I'm on the inside looking out. So this is a experience that you don't know about on this level. So, and one of the things I wanted to say was, wanted to bring to people's attention, is that this happened back in 2023, and this was in Florida, where I am now. This wasn't in my part of Florida, but it was in Florida, and I want people to think about this when I read it. After police say a black woman's hanging death, self-unaliving, I gotta change the words, Florida community pushes for more investigation. Orlando community members and family are calling on police to further investigate the circumstances surrounding a 30-year-old black woman who was found dead hanging from a tree. Yolna Lubrin, I'm sorry if I'm butchering her name, also known as Yo-Yo, was found hanging from a tree in a residential backyard while police were responding to an unintended death call on Thursday, September 28, at about 7:40 a.m. According to the Orlando Police Department, police cut the woman down from the tree and attempted life-saving measures, but she was pronounced dead on the scene, they said. Police have spoken about the incident while the investigation is still ongoing to address false information on social media. They said evidence points to a suicide, but the final cause of death will be determined by the medical examiner. Yo-Yo's family believes police did not do enough to investigate and acted under assumption that she took her own life. Activists working with the Lubrin family say the incident echoes the death of a black man found hanging in a tree 3 years ago, which was ruled a self-unaliving by the same police department. Now, again, this was back in 2023. And you have a lot of people, even some black people, that think that these type of things are things of the past. But they're not. Not at all. And while, of course, it's a mystery of who did it, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if it was one of these white supremacist groups. And I don't really think that people understand how dangerous these people are. And one of the other things I want to say is that, do y'all really think that the slaves cried when slave master died? And some people might be saying, oh, why you bringing slavery into this? I don't want to hear it. I don't give a fuck. You're going to hear it. Because this is important. Do y'all really think that? I think of the movie Django Unchained, and how you had Samuel L. Jackson playing that character, that whole caricature of basically an Uncle Tom. That wasn't the character name, but that's what he is. That's what he is playing. And how when and this is spoiler alert if you haven't watched the movie, but at the end the slave master dies and he's hugging him and crying over him. Do you really think the slaves did that? And of course, this movie sends a message, but and of course, it's all fiction, but the slaves weren't crying over him. And with this whole HBCU threats, it's really crazy to me, because the person who shot Charlie Kirk was one of their own. And even the governor said, I was hoping and praying that it wasn't one of us. And we all know what that means. That he was somebody that was, because they were even putting it out there before they even knew a lot of information about it. Because they were saying that it was somebody trans, or of course black, because that's what he was saying. He was hoping that it was somebody black. But no, it was a white man, a young white man that was born and raised in Utah. Wasn't even liberal. He was conservative to the extreme like that. And they still want to blame it on us, even though we don't got shit to do with this. They we minding our own black business, not doing nothing to nobody, and they still put us in shit, even when they ain't got nothing to do with us. They gonna try to threaten and hurt innocent black people that are just trying to get an education. And I think they really think that we don't deserve these things. I think they really don't. They really think that we don't deserve nothing. Because I'm with Charlie Kirk. This man thought it was a mistake, and he said it, for us to have, rights. And he thought it was a mistake for, slavery to end for us. Because these type of people, they would really love for us to be back on them fields. They really would. That's how extreme they are. And when you even look back on the past, he was saying that, well, black people were so, compliant back in the 1940s, everything. It really didn't have, all this bullshit. But, people would be getting lynched. Come on now. And looking more back on the past, you see how they get so pissed off when we're doing good. Like in Tulsa. Tulsa started over a damn lie. They decimated the whole town. Or like with Emmett Till. They didn't give a fuck about that, about him being a child. He was a 14-year-old boy. A boy. And that evil ass bitch, and yes, I'm gonna call her that lied and said that she was whistling at him. And it turns out years and years later, before she died, she said that it was a lie. Got that boy killed. And they even mutilated his body. It was that's so horrible. At first when I saw the picture, it wasn't clear, it was kind of grainy. But then when I saw a clear picture of it, it made me feel sick to my stomach. And I'm going to go back to black people. When I said black people are done with having empathy. We are. Because I would say, look, we done with having empathy we don't have no empathy for this man's wife. We don't have no empathy for this man's kids. We don't have empathy for this man's family. We don't have no empathy for this man's legacy. His legacy is especially evil. Because that man wouldn't give a fuck. Definitely wouldn't give a fuck if he was alive in these times of where Emmett Till got killed. Would even say that he deserved it. A boy, he would say that he deserved that. And this man don't even give a fuck about kids getting shot up in schools. This man don't care about your kids getting shot up in schools. And he definitely don't care about black kids getting shot up in schools. So, yeah, no empathy. We done with that. And it's just so, and the thing is with the mental gymnastics that these people do to try to link us to shit is just really crazy. Because, I mean, again with this, somehow it still links to us. Because, you know, before they even got all this information, they were saying all this other hateful bullshit. A bunch. And then when they found out it's one of them, then they switch up their tune real quick. So, I don't understand. And of course I never will understand. It's just crazy. Sorry, I had to pause the video. But yeah, I was saying I don't understand and never will. Because, I mean, with this level of hate, it's so irrational. It's rational to the point where I'm thinking, like, shit, it gotta be like a mental illness or something. Something. To have this much hate for people that are doing nothing to you, but just existing. I want people to understand how dangerous these hateful, irrational people can be. Because with me being a black woman, I'm the most unprotected, most disrespected and unprotected, even in my own community. Because ain't nobody gonna protect me but myself. Because somebody that knew sent me some more self-defense stuff. Because, you know, a bunch of crazy shit happening. And because she sees the writing on the wall. And I do too. It's one of the reasons why I said that I want to, you know, travel and live abroad anyway before all this craziness, but I really want to do it now because, as I said in my other video, I do not feel safe here because I'm not safe. I'm not. And, you know, I shared my, you know, a little bit of my fitness journey with y'all. Excuse me. But there's a dark reason as to why I'm doing all this. It's to help me defend myself. Because, you know, me doing jiu-jitsu and other stuff. Because I'm going to need way more than street fighting for these motherfuckers. You just never know. Never know. You know, that's why I wanted to, you know, join a run club and lift weights, you know, all this other stuff. Because I need to build up my body. And I shouldn't have to do these things. I shouldn't. But I need to. And it's just getting so crazy in America. And it's getting crazy here in Florida. Because, I mean, I don't even go out at night. Because back in like 2018, summer 2019, every once in a while I would go out for little night rides, a little bit before I went to bed. It would help me relax, and you know, I would drive around not too far, and it would, you know, to me, help me sleep. I don't do that at all no more, because number one, don't feel safe, and number two, you know, gas prices went up, so can't be doing all that. But yeah, it's just, I don't understand. You know, and y'all probably gonna get tired of me, you know, saying that, but it's the truth. Because just imagine, I could just be walking, and we're not speaking none of this into existence, but it's just an example. I could just be walking, minding my business, not doing nothing to nobody, and somebody that don't even know me have this whole irrational hate for me just decides to attack me. Don't know them all. Don't know them from a hole in a damn wall at all. But based on something that I can't help, me being me being a black woman, they decide that they hate me and that they even decide that I shouldn't exist. Imagine that. People hating you for existing. Does that make sense to you? It definitely don't make sense to me. So I think this is where I'm gonna end the video. This is I just want people to think about this, you know, my new subscriber and all of my subscribers and just people in general. And this is the last video I'm gonna make on this because I'm tired of talking about this, and I wanna, and I talk about any and everything on this channel, you know, positive, negative, but I want to bounce it out with more positivity. So that's what I'll be doing. So that's my video, and I'll see y'all in the next one.